when you have so many trolls and people who are constantly criticizing you, how do you cope with that? How are you able to put all that aside and still just steer that ship and keep your wits about you?
It's really hard, and it's something that the first year and a half that I was editor, I struggled with so much. I would come home every night crying. I mean, really, it was miserable. I thought, I suck at this, and I am never going to fix this place. I'm never going to make it what I want. And then at about a year and a half, I looked around and everybody was happy and we were doing some great stories. And I thought, oh my God, all the things that I wanted to change actually happened. And I think the maturity to know that the trolls, they want your attention. Like, you can't feed the trolls. I used to feed the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. And sometimes I still do. I don't always take my own advice, and it's terrible. But usually if you just turn it off, you realize, like, the sun is still shining, the birds are still singing, not everybody is on journalist Twitter, and this too shall pass.
But how did you go from coming home crying every night to getting your organization to a place where people were happy and that you felt you were engaging in effective leadership?
It was the hardest thing I've ever done by far in my entire life. And one of the things I had an executive coach, and that was huge. We'd have sessions. We had one session where I came in and I was crying so hard that I couldn't talk, and we just had to cancel it. I'm so embarrassed to tell you that. It was really hard, but she really helped me realize that the sort of personality I have, I thought everybody was basically like me before this, which is crazy. But she was like, why do you think, she asked me who I wanted to be when I grew up, when I was little. And I said, Sandra Day O'Connor, the first female Supreme Court justice. And she said, oh, you were interested in the law? And I was like, no. She goes, well, why do you think you wanted to do that? And I said, because she was the only woman I knew of that was important and doing something. Because I was 4 when she was confirmed, and it made a huge impression. She goes, don't you think that's a little unusual? And I was like, no, doesn't everybody want to be Sandra Day O'Connor? And then she goes, no, they don't at all. And I realized, like, I sometimes am ahead of where everybody else is, and they catch up, and they want to do what's right. And sometimes being the person who can see around the corner is not the easiest place to be, but you get to see what's around the corner first.